At the beginning of the year, I tried Tri-X on the 35mm format in kind of like a bid to shoot more black and white as a New Year's resolution, I guess, a 2021 resolution. And since then, I've been told time and time again to try Tri-X, but to get my hands on some Tri-X for medium formats. So in one of my recent shoots, I shot a roll of 120 Tri-X and I shot a roll of 35mm Tri-X. And I thought what I'd do in today's video is we'd have a look at both of them side by side and see kind of how they compare. So Eastman Kodak introduced Tri-X in 1940, and that was in sheet film format. And later on in 1954, Kodak released the film in 35mm and 120, modifying the film like several times over the span of its life. Tri-X is thought to be an improved version of the then flagship high-speed film stock Super XX. As you should know by now, I'm kind of less of a technical photographer, so we're just going to have a look at the photos and talk about some observations, some pretty obvious observations between the two formats. I think firstly, the higher resolution in the 120 means that the grain appears a lot finer and less intrusive, and it makes the 120 shots look a lot smoother, softer, and kind of a little bit calmer. The contrast levels between the 120 and the 35mm look similar, but the 35mm appears to have a higher contrast. And I think that's probably down to the coarseness of the grain giving that illusion. I personally prefer the grittiness of the 35mm, but there is something that I love about the 120 photos. And that's that you still manage to get that beautiful grain structure that has all of the same charm as the 35mm formulation, but the high resolution makes the image feel kind of like less like photographs and more like reality. I feel as though getting the chance to shoot both the 35mm and the 120 has definitely solidified this stock as my favourite, at the moment, my favourite black and white film stock that I have used. The level of contrast and grain works perfectly with what I'm personally after in my work when it comes to a black and white film stock, but it still retains the sharpness that you're kind of looking for. If you are a beginner like I am when it comes to shooting black and white film, then I definitely recommend getting your hands on some of Tri-X. It's a really nice film stock to use, it's a really forgiving film stock to use. And although I've only used it myself a handful of times, I've never been disappointed with the results. Let me know your personal thoughts on Tri-X, whether it's 120 or 35mm in the comments, and we can have a little discussion about it. And similarly, if there are any other black and white film stocks that you recommend that I try out, let me know. I'd love to get my hands on some more. No. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice what you literally just did with that hand on here and looking into that direction. Yeah. It was like really candid. Just bring this hand to your, yeah, perfect. Oh, yeah, that's so nice. Yeah, so like, basically just kind of, maybe just to the side of your face a little bit. Yeah, perfect, that's nice. Yeah, that's a nice one. Just tilt your head so you're a little bit, yeah, perfect. Yeah, nice. Cool. I'll get you to bring your hand back up to your face again. We'll do that on here. Yeah, lovely. You do a lot of things really naturally that are really nice. Wait a minute, I've got to stand up. So you are too tall for me. Okay, just come forward a little bit for me. Keep coming again. Nice. Yeah, tilt your head down a little bit for me. Yeah, that's really nice. Cool, and hold that for me. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, can you come forward again a little bit more? Yeah, perfect, there. You can cross your arms, you could, if you cross your arms, kind of like bring your arms more exaggerative than what you'd normally cross them like. Yeah, like that, like that. Nice. And then just bring your chest forward a little bit more so you're not like, yeah, perfect. Okay, instead actually, I think we're gonna just relax your arms. Let me see how they fall. It's kind of nice like that, to be honest. Let's go with that, yeah. Cool, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3.